"Mom, please, they locked me in a basement. It's dark, I can't breathe." The line crackled, then filled with sobs so real my knees gave out. My phone nearly slipped from my hand as I pressed it tighter to my ear, listening for any sound that could tell me where she was. Dripping water, footsteps, anything. "Sweetheart, where are you?" I whispered, already grabbing my keys. "They said if you call the police, they'll hurt me," she cried. "Please don't hang up." My daughter's voice, every inflection, every tremble. The same way she sounded when she was little and afraid of the dark. My heart hammered so loud I could barely hear her breathing. "Mom, they're coming back," she said suddenly. "You have to send the money. I don't have much time." The call cut. I screamed her name into the phone, redialed again and again. Nothing. I ran to my car barefoot, hands shaking so badly I dropped my keys twice. My thoughts spiraled. When did she get taken? Why didn't I hear anything? How did this happen without anyone noticing? My phone buzzed again. A text message. Unknown number. Transfer $15,000. No police. No mistakes. Attached was a short audio clip. My daughter's sobbing voice again. "I love you, Mom." Something inside me broke. As I drove, I tried to remember the last time I spoke to her. This morning, she was laughing, safe, heading to class. I nearly ran a red light when another thought hit me. How did they know my number? My phone buzzed again. This time it was my daughter's name on the screen. Alive, calling me. I answered with a scream. "Where are you?" I shouted. "Are you hurt?" There was a pause. "Mom, what are you talking about?" Her voice was calm, confused. "Normal, I'm in the library," she said. "I've been calling you for 5 minutes. Why didn't you answer?" The world tilted. My hands went numb. You just called me, crying, saying you were kidnapped." She laughed nervously. "Mom, no. I've been studying all day." I pulled over, heart racing. "Stay on the line, don't hang up." I told her everything. The basement, the ransom, the voice message. She went quiet. "That wasn't me," she said slowly. "But I post videos all the time. TikTok, Instagram, voiceovers, podcasts for class." My stomach dropped. I opened the audio again, listened closely. The sobs were perfect, too perfect. Back home, we sat together replaying the message. Over and over. Each time it felt wrong in a new way, breaths slightly delayed, emotion timed too cleanly, like it had been designed. A friend in cybersecurity told me to scan my phone and email immediately. I installed Bitdefender Premium Security, watching alerts pop up, phishing attempts, spoofed numbers, links masked behind fake domains. "They harvested her voice," he said over the phone. "AI can clone someone with less than a minute of audio." I felt sick. The scammers called again that night. This time they didn't beg, they threatened. And they knew things: her birthday, her school schedule, the nickname only I used. That was when I realized this wasn't a random scam. This was targeted. And it wasn't over. The next call came at 2:14 a.m., no caller ID. I didn't answer. They left a voicemail, heavy breathing, footsteps, a door slamming, then my daughter's voice again, hoarse, terrified. "They said you ignored them," she whispered. "Please don't let them punish me." I collapsed onto the floor. My daughter sat beside me, alive and shaking, listening to a version of herself begging to be saved. "That's not me," she whispered. "I would never say it like that." But my brain didn't care. Every instinct screamed mother. Every rational thought drowned. We contacted the police. They confirmed what I already feared. The call originated overseas, routed through dozens of spoofed servers. No physical location, no basement, just code. A detective explained how modern scams work now. Not emails, not texts, voices. "They don't need to kidnap anyone," he said. "Fear does the job faster." The scammers escalated. They sent a deepfake video next, grainy, dark, her face partially visible, crying in a shadowy room. My daughter watched herself suffer. She threw up. I noticed something, though. The eyes never blinked quite right. The lighting didn't match her skin tone. Tiny glitches, imperfections only visible if you knew what to look for. That night, we set a family-safe word. Something no AI could guess, something never posted online. The scammers called again. I need to hear the safe word, I said, forcing my voice steady. Silence, then anger. You're making a mistake. The voice snapped, still hers, but colder now. The call ended. They never called back, but the damage was already done. Weeks passed, but sleep didn't return. Every unknown call made my chest tighten. Every voicemail felt like a threat. My daughter deleted half her online presence. Old videos, audio clips, anything that could be used again. We learned how exposed we'd been, passwords reused, data leaked from old apps, personal details floating in breaches we never knew about. A password manager like 1Password helped us lock things down. A VPN masked our digital trails. For businesses, I later learned, tools like Pindrop exist, voice authentication systems that can detect AI-generated calls. But families like ours, we were on our own, or so it felt. One night I listened to the original voicemail again, not to panic, but to understand. The basement never existed. The fear did. AI didn't need to hurt my daughter. It only needed to sound like it could. If this story hits you, subscribe. The next story could be about someone who didn't realize the truth in time. This was never about technology turning evil. It was about trust being weaponized. AI voice cloning scams are no longer rare or experimental. They're real, fast-growing, and terrifyingly effective, especially when scammers harvest voice clips from social media and public platforms. The safest defense is refusing to rely on voice alone during emergencies, setting a private family safe word that no outsider could ever guess, and being mindful of how much personal audio you leave online. Strengthening your digital life with real-time protection like Bitdefender Premium Security, locking accounts with strong passwords and tools like 1Password, and using VPNs to reduce data exposure can make the difference between panic and protection. Because the next voice begging for help, crying, shaking, sounding completely real, might sound exactly like someone you love.